Sure, sure. This is quite a good statement, quite a great statement, as we saw that you mentioned that anything can happen in this 2022. So what would be the trigger point if oil market goes beyond $100 barrel, and also how it's going to bolster the inflation landscape? Because there is a question in the market, are we in stagflation era of 1970s, globally speaking?
Yes, sir. The way I see any geopolitical risk anywhere in the world, that will trigger the market to go above $100 per barrel. That again will be a huge drag. And again, the markets have started talking about stagflation. What is stagflation? When your inflation is higher, your growth is lower, and it creates an impact on the global economy. I think globally, many countries are already in stagflation. So again, we are back. History is repeating after 52 years, and there will be many economies that will remain under pressure because of higher inflation. And moreover, I see central banks under tremendous pressure, especially the big four central banks, the Fed, the ECB, Bank of England, and Bank of Japan. They have lost control of inflation, and inflation has become serious and stubborn, especially in advanced economies. So that will be a huge headache for these central banks, how to control inflation. So higher oil prices bolsters inflation, and again 2022 will be tougher than 2021.
2022 will be tougher than 2021. And in another issue, investors are now much more worried about supply disruption because caused by an explosion on Kirkuk-Ceyhan pipeline. As we know, this pipeline carries crude from Iraq as the second largest producer in OPEC. Will this bring short or long-term impact to oil price?
Any disruption in the oil market will be a drag on the global economy. Your life and my life, it depends purely on oil and gas. So I think, again, it will be a drag. Oil prices will go higher. And at Juwai IQI, we stay buoyant and bullish on the oil market for this year.
And on the other hand, what would be the momentum that investor waiting for to make the oil price, both WTI and the Brent, could be a little bit have a correction in this 2022?
The correction can only come when there is a news that demand is slowing down. At the moment, the demand is very high. Economies are opening up. As I speak to you, the global demand stands between 85 to 95 million barrels per day. And that will go up once more economy, they get their people vaccinated, and it might touch 100 million barrels per day by Q4 22 or by Q1 2023.
Okay, talking about supply and demand, OPEC Plus now are struggling to hit 400,000 BPD supply each month. And of course, more likely would create a price hike. And as you said earlier, what policy can the market expect from OPEC Plus by this event?
At the moment, Russia and Saudi Arabia are calling the shots in the global energy market. And both Russia and Saudi Arabia, they will go for more production cuts because Saudi Arabia needs $80 per barrel to balance her budget. Russia needs between $55 to $60 to balance her. So I think oil prices will stay higher. Any price above $90 to $100, yes, oil producing countries will be very happy to keep oil prices at that level.
Okay, so we will still waiting about this because as you mentioned before, anything can happen in 2022, but more likely the price will go higher in this year.